My life, what I do day in and day out, is my testimony. It's the evidence to the world presented for the case of hope. That's what drives me.
So I went and I made my first what? Gah!
If they could have seen what was on the inside, they would have known that I was aware of everything happening on the outside. But what had happened on the inside was so strong that the outside didn't matter anymore.
And every desire is now satisfied here in your love.
Then got 2 boiled eggs and I dumped a buttload of pepper on here. So it's going really well.
If you believe it, you stick to it, and then you push through it. You can do it.
Good morning. This is day 45 of 75 Hard. Let's go. I begin every day by reading my Bible, reading my 10 pages, journaling, and then spending a little bit of time in Duolingo. First of all, I just want to say, for anybody out there who has liked, commented, subscribed, clicked any of the links, anything like that, just thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It goes so far for such a small YouTuber just to know that the content you're making is resonating with people. So thank you. Today, it's another run, gonna be a low heart rate run, which means I'm gonna be in zone 2. I'm excited because I can actually wear shorts today. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm not excited because I know that means that the Texas heat is coming, but it's nice outside this morning and I'm gonna wear shorts. Outside of that, not much else to say. I'm gonna get ready and I'll see you outside.
Lots of birds out here singing this morning. So I'm still reading the book You Owe You, and this morning it was talking about how a lot of times in life we may have a vision for who we are or what we can be or what we can do, and that vision is not going to line up to the vision of the people around you and what they may think you're capable of or who they may think you are or what you're capable of doing. And it reminded me of when I was training for my marathon. I had so many well-intentioned people around me, people that I know care about me, tell me, hey Chris, you know, you're still 220 something pounds. You know, you've never been a runner before. Do you think you're really ready for this? Maybe you should push it off a year and maybe you should slow down. I would get injured, I'd have injuries and stuff, and people would tell me, hey, I don't want to see you get seriously injured. Maybe you need to rethink this. Maybe just go run some more half marathons. The thing is though, all they could see what was on the outside. And as they looked at the outside, I did have all these things working against me. I was injured, I was overweight, I was a new runner, but they couldn't see what was on the inside. And that's the piece of the picture that's missing. Because if they could have seen what was on the inside, they would have known that I was aware of everything happening on the outside. But what had happened on the inside was so strong that the outside didn't matter anymore. So if you've got a dream or a vision in your heart of who you think you are, or who you think you can be, or something you think you can do, you got to drown out the voices around you, and you got to let that inner voice be louder in your own mind, in your own heart, than any of those voices trying to tell you you can't do it. If you want to be a speaker and people around you think you're not eloquent enough, speak anyway. If you want to accomplish physical goals and people around you think you're not athletic enough, do it anyway. Whatever it is in life you want to do, if it's a job, if it's some other goal you aspire to, understand that your vision of yourself may not line up to what the other people around you see. But if you believe it, you stick to it, and then you push through it, you can do it. I know it because I've done it. I've done it multiple times. We're capable of so much more than we give ourselves credit for, and a lot of times than those around us give us credit for. And you know, this is advice that I even have to apply to myself, because with trying to create this YouTube channel, film these videos every day, put myself out there, there are whispers, you know? And sometimes I can see whenever people find out that I'm doing this, it's kind of like there's a look, you know? Like, what makes you think that your life is so special, or that anybody would actually care about what you're doing? You're not a YouTuber. You know, you can just, you know, sometimes you can just feel it, you know? Like, oh, you'll do that for a little while and then you'll stop. I've seen you stop before. But they don't know, y'all. They don't know what's happened on the inside. They don't know what I'm driven and motivated by anymore. So I just have to drown it out. Sometimes it's not even words. Sometimes it's just looks. And you have to drown those out too. And just keep going. Just keep going. Two other thoughts I have this morning is, you know, looking at the way that YouTube works and retention and everything, I know that my videos, they start out slower. Right? I go through the morning routine and then I spend my morning workout kind of sharing the deepest parts of what's on my mind and in my heart. And I know people click away. But here's the thing, even though I know if they stick around, the videos typically get more interesting throughout the day. And I could edit my videos in a way that got to the funny stuff or got to the more interesting stuff sooner. But y'all, if people are out there lost in darkness, it doesn't matter what I eat. It doesn't matter what exercise I do. If they don't hear the message of hope and they don't hear the most important things and see the light that I'm trying to shine into a dark world, none of that other stuff matters. So I'm not going to change it, because if you make it this far, then you've heard the most important parts. And that really leads into my second point, which is, if you go back and you watch week 1, I was talking about how in this round of 75 Hard, I had to find something new to drive me, because I'm not driven by the same things I used to be driven by. If you know my story at all, you know that I've had a lot of battles with PTSD and just self-worth, and always feeling like I have to prove myself to the world. And I went and I faced all that stuff head on, and I got well. And I'm not driven by the same things anymore. But I found what I am driven by now. And that's this. That's sharing the message of hope. That's knowing that I have to get up every day and I have to do this so that people see if they're in a bad place like I was, they can do it too. And they can come out of it. My life, what I do day in and day out, is my testimony. It's the evidence to the world presented for the case of hope. That's what drives me. So yes, I'm tired. Yes, my days are full. Yes, I have a lot going on. But I have to do it because you may be the one person watching that needs to see it. And that's reason enough. All right, folks, there it is right there. 45 minutes, just over a 5K there, 3.11 miles, 470 active calories, 567 total calories. You're going to see my heart rate. I was in zone 3 most of the time, but I was literally just right above zone 2. My heart rate was around 144 to 147 most of the time. Got higher towards the end. I picked up the pace a little bit because honestly, I was just at a pace that I was kind of enjoying running at. So I made a bit of a deliberate choice today to run above zone 2 because I was enjoying it. That said, definitely feel that the heat is picking up. Super humid out here. I'm just a sweaty, disgusting mess, so I need to go get cleaned up and get to work. Okay, I'm all cleaned up, about to start work. Let me give you a rundown of what I think the day is going to look like today, and we'll see how close we get to it by the end of the day. So obviously I've got to work. I work until 3 p.m. typically. Today I've got to stop right at 3 o'clock. A lot of days I end up going a little bit later, but today I've got to stop right at 3 o'clock. Ideally, I will jump straight into my second workout and I will get it done so that I'm done with that workout by, say, 4 o'clock. Then at that point, I will probably eat my actual meal, try to eat, get that out of the way, get cleaned up, eat, get dressed, and then if I have any time in there, sit down and try to do a little bit of editing. I don't think it's going to be very much though. I've got to be at the church by 5:15 because I'm in an Easter program this year and I've got practice for that, and then I'm also leading worship tonight. I won't get home from church until 8:30 or so, depending on how much editing I get done. I may end up editing later tonight, so that means I may sacrifice a little bit of sleep in place of trying to at least get one video edited. I've got to get one so that I'm not falling behind, out of the way. A couple other things that are going on that I don't know really where they're going to fit into the day is this morning I do have another internet company coming, and they're going to be installing fiber here at my home. I've been going back and forth on whether or not to call them, and my internet going down yesterday just confirmed. I'm going to at least give them a shot. I'm not canceling my other internet yet. I'm going to have both at least for a month or two and just kind of see how it goes. But they're coming, so they're going to install that. That's going to, cause some disruption to me for a little bit. And then the other thing is at some point I need to break away for just a few minutes and go scan in at the place that I normally weigh in and scan in at. Fortunately, it's just a couple minutes from my house. It won't take that long. But I need to do it because my wife was told by a friend who went and scanned in yesterday that tomorrow, Thursday, they're getting a new machine in. And I don't know if it's going to be the same kind of machine or what, but it's going to be a different system because I've been having problems with this one. And I just want to have a good baseline from like what the old machine said and what the new machine said. So I'm going to try to go in today and just get one last scan in with the old machine. And then if they get the new machine in tomorrow, maybe be able to go and get a scan in with it and just see how the two compare. So I really want to try to work that in somewhere. Outside of that, I've got to get started. I have a lot of work to do, as is the case every day. But I'm thankful that I have a job. I'm thankful that my family's provided for. Don't get it twisted. But I do have a lot of work to do. Catch you in a bit. Oh, and by the way, I didn't show it or capture it today, but I do have my first half gallon of water here. I drink 2 of these a day. I have my electrolytes in there, and I have my 1 scoop of creatine. So, just so you know. Just a quick little update. It's about 10:20 now, and the internet installer is here. He's working on that, so here pretty soon I'll have some new internet I can try out. Other than that, steady as it goes. Standing up.
getting some time in standing. That's all. That's the update. All right, quick update. I was able to run over real quick and do my weigh-in and scan. Really strange result. Typically, I only weigh in on Sundays. This past Sunday, I just had crazy fat loss and muscle gain, and I felt like something was wrong, especially on the muscle gain side of it. So I feel like this may be more accurate, but you can see that from the 18th to the 25th, it showed I gained like 4 pounds of muscle. There's no way that's accurate. Now, here midweek, it's showing closer to like a half pound of muscle gained from the 18th. So I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just a really strange set of results. Also, the body fat, it showed that I'd lost like 4 pounds of body fat, and now it's showing that I haven't lost any body fat. So I don't know. Maybe this is the reason that they're getting a new machine, because of things like this, but for sure, I mean, I feel it in my clothes and know that the change is happening, but I'll be really interested to see, number one, what my weigh-in and all my scans look like on Sunday, my normal day, and how it compares whenever this new machine they're getting in, comes in, and what it looks like. Because this is the first time I've really had a result that's really confusing to me, but I also never scan in on Wednesdays. It's midweek, right? So yeah, not totally sure. I'm quite confused, but I figured I'll show that to y'all now, since I don't know how all of this is going to affect my overall status, if it's like going to carry through in the app when the new machine comes in. I don't really know. So just letting y'all know what I know right now. Another little quick update. It's about 1:45 and I have met my 18-hour fasting window. I was smart, and about 15 minutes ago I remembered that I was coming up on this, so I went and I made my first I went and I made my first protein shake. Easy for me to say, about 15 minutes ago, and I've had it sitting here just waiting to break the fast. So I'm going to go ahead and break my fast. Boom, and have my first protein shake. And because I don't want to deprive y'all all the time of watching me ingest things, take it in. Okay, another little update. It is 3 o'clock. That means I'm stopping. I'm done working. Matter of fact, I'm going to go over here and shut my computer. And that means it's time to get to work. I'm done working, so it's time to get to work. So it's time to go get that second workout in. I got to make it happen right now. Let's go. All right, I remembered my headphones today so that I can listen to music while I record this and not mess anything up. I am still learning how to use my functional trainer, and I don't have a ton of time to sit down and watch videos and figure stuff out, so I'm going to go through this workout the best I can, but I'm probably going to end up doing some of the workouts wrong and everything. But the first one is assisted pull-ups. Now, I did go ahead and set it up the way that I think it needs to be for assisted pull-ups, so let's see how this goes. Oh goodness, oh my. Okay, here we go. Whew, even that. I'm only at 9. Okay. Kind of tricky here. Alright, I wasn't able to get to 12, which means I need to add even more weight, which means it's going to get even more awkward to get on here.
Yeah, it's a little awkward because you got to get this thing high enough so that it actually gives you the motion all the way up. But then, like, you know, you don't want that thing to slip up in between your legs with all that weight on it. Ooh. I really do love this though. I mean, I may not be able to do pull-ups right now, but I'm confident that this machine is going to help me get there. Okay, I'm trying something else. I know it's not going to be perfect, but what I did was I put the, whatever this is called on there, the easy bar, and I'm just going to see if I can get like some rows out of this. Okay, I know it's not perfect, but it's working. I mean, I definitely feel it, and the weight is closer to what I need. My feet are slipping, so I think I need to get my feet like kind of behind here, something like that. I wish I could go like this if I had some straps came off of there. I don't know, I'm gonna figure something out. I'll watch some videos and stuff and see what other people do. But this on here, I'm thinking, yeah. Oh well, it's fine. Again, I know it's not perfect. I just don't have time today to watch a ton of videos and try to figure something out. I just got to get some work done. Y'all, I know my form is probably bad and lots of stuff to correct, but holy smokes, I feel it. My arms feel like they're this big around right now. Okay, then it's got some other exercises that I really have no idea how I would do those right now, and for the sake of time, because it's already been almost 37 minutes, I'm just going to go into some core work. So I'm going to do some curl ups. I was right at 50. Honestly, it was probably my mind that quit on me when I hit 50 instead of my body. Because I was telling myself, like, can you get 50? And when I got it, it was like, for just a moment, I gave myself permission to stop. 50's not bad though, huh? All right, so that's 40 minutes of weight training. I'm gonna jump on the treadmill and get in about 15 minutes on here, which will be, longer than I need, but I just really want the extra steps. If you've been watching, you know I have a custom treadmill set up, and I can play games while I walk on my treadmill. I am not even going to fire up a game today because I know I'll end up getting lost in the game and I'll go too long. And yeah, it would be fun, it'd be good, I'd get extra exercise in, but I have to make time to edit. I have to make time to edit. So yeah, I'm probably just going to do 10 minutes and then call it. Okay, yeah, I've got to leave here by 5:05, 5:10. I still need to get a shower and I need to eat. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to edit for 40 minutes of editing and see how far I can get. If you've ever heard the term no rest for the weary, that's me right now. Okay, it's 4:30. I hit my limit. I've got about, 15 more minutes to edit, I would say, of timeline at least. So whenever I get home this evening, I'll sit down and I'll finish this one out. I've got to go eat some food and then get a shower. Okay, this is dinner. I didn't realize how unprepared I was today. I've got 8 ounces of microwaved steak that is looking pretty rough. Got a little squirt here of Sweet Baby Ray's sugar-free barbecue sauce just because this steak is going to be horrible. Didn't have enough rice made. Didn't realize I only had a half cup of rice. Then got 2 boiled eggs and I dumped a buttload of pepper on here. So it's going really well. All right, I do have another protein shake here as well. Gobble this down. Okay, 5:08. Cleaned up, out the door. I know that y'all don't see my entire day, but y'all, there's just no breaks. There's no breaks at all. Literally, work, and meetings. Workout, edit, get cleaned up, eat, go to church. It's not easy. It's not easy. But we're making it. We're making it.
Then you came along and put me back together, and every desire is now satisfied here in your love.
Okay, it is now 8:40. I am back from church. It's, like I've said, I think a couple times today, it's a lot, y'all. But being in church and having the opportunity to sing and use my gifts, and even being at practice for this, it's not a production, but I'm reading a part in our Easter service, just volunteering, serving, giving my time, for stuff that I think matters the most. It's just, not doing it's not an option for me, it's the entire purpose of my life. And I'm trying to do a lot right now, but it's a good challenge. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to edit until I get this video done, and then we'll call it a night. And everything, and I knew that I was just going to extend it out. So I'm here in the car. Is this what it's like watching my videos, having to listen to me just go on and on and on?
Still needing to get a second workout.
So it's about 9:15, still sitting here recording. Y'all have witnessed the kind of day I've had, and I wasn't going to put this in this video, but I think that it's valid if anybody watches this long. So my wife just came in here and gave me unfortunate news. The unfortunate news was that she was in a little fender bender. Now, if you've been following along, you know that we just got my wife a new car, and then we had to get the car repaired, and it was gone for a long time. We had to pick it up, and we just got it back. She's only had it back for a few days, and she's just gotten a little fender bender.
And, you know, of course, that's disappointing. That's frustrating. But the other thing that happened today is she actually got a letter giving her an offer for that job that she was going for, if you watched my video a few days ago. And just to be totally honest with y'all, whenever she came in and she told me about the car, I was really disappointed, you know, asked her why this happened and everything. But today is supposed to be an exciting day for her. Today is a day that we've prayed for and we've asked for with this opportunity of this, you know, this job. And all she's got to do is pass a background check and see what the offer looks like. So, you know, still feel very hopeful, but I didn't respond well to her. And so as soon as I get done editing this video, I'm going to go in, I'm going to apologize to my wife, and I'm going to make sure that we celebrate the good things today. It's just a car, it's just stuff, it's just property, you know, that can all be replaced. And part of my journey of being the best version of myself means being the best version of myself, even in disappointment. And yeah, I'm disappointed right now. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated. But, you know, that car, it's nothing compared to my wife and how I make her feel and making sure that what is a good, happy day remains a good, happy day. So I'm going to go do my part as a husband and make sure that she feels that. All right, there it is. It's rendering. In the house I go. I'll catch up in a bit. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock now. I'm really glad I went in there and talked to my wife. Poor thing, she was laying in there in the dark, upset with herself and disappointed. And we just reset. We reset the day. We talked about this great opportunity. I apologized for getting frustrated and just made sure that we ended the day on a high note, you know. First things first, most important things got to be most important things, and people are never as, you know, are never less important than property, you know. Property is never more important than people. So I'm thankful that we took the time to do that. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and wrap the day up. Here's what it came out to. Total calorie count, 1,493, 14,598 steps. There are my workouts with the outdoor run, the strength training, and the little bit of treadmill that I did there. MyFitnessPal, I did not do well on today, guys. My calories, I only ate 860 calories. That was not intentional. Y'all saw what the day looked like. It just got away from me. There's my 2 protein shakes I had, the sirloin steak that I had, the 8 ounces sirloin, the 2 eggs, and then I wasn't prepared with the rice. I only had a half a cup of rice, and I normally have a cup and a half. And yeah, just not a good day nutrition-wise at all. I gotta do better tomorrow. I started fasting around 5 o'clock, so that means I can eat around 11, and I'm hungry right now as it is, so I'm sure I'm going to be hungry around 11. I'm going to make sure and get plenty of calories in tomorrow. Last but not least, let's go out and finish up the day. I did my first 45-minute workout. I did my second 45-minute workout. Read my 10 pages. Drank my gallon of water. There's the second half gallon right there. I followed my diet. I had too little calories, but still followed my diet. No cheat meals. No social media. I don't drink alcohol. And with that, day 45 is complete. What a day. What a day, you guys. But we got it all done. I got 30 days left to go. 30 days left to go. It seems like a lot, but it also seems like, not so much now. Just keep going. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 46 of 75 Hard.